Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Sauce. It's the backup channel backing Celeb up and bringing you all the breaking news. Listen, don't know if you know this or not, but there's some history between Azealia Banks and DC Young Fly. About 5 years ago, Azealia appeared on Wild 'N Out, and the two faced off in a freestyle rap battle called How Petty. During the challenge, DC Young Fly said, quote, "My boy Nick Cannon is so petty, he couldn't get Cardi B, so he got Azalea's ugly A." End quote. Well, Azealia Banks didn't take kindly to the joke, and instead of jokingly clapping back, she grabbed the mic and told DC Young Fly that his comments were anti-black, and she also said that there would be no colorism on the stage. Now, after the face-off, Azealia reportedly went backstage and cried because she was enraged by DC Young Fly's comments. Anyhow, it appears that Azealia isn't quite over the petty beef, because instead of sending DC Young Fly condolences on the loss of Jackie O, which is the mother of his 3 kids, she jumped on Instagram and implied that Jackie O's death was caused by DC Young Fly's karma. Azealia Banks said, quote, "Damn, DC Young Fly spent years disguising his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes pointed at women's beauty, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness onto women perfectly secure in their own skin. Say what you want about my tears, they were pure tears of rage and not at all a sign of weakness, because in the end, I won. I'm happy I cried and moved on. That Jackie O girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself. And the nerve of DC Young Fly to call such a gorgeous woman as Azealia Banks ugly on national television while a bunch of black people laughed. And ironically, dead at 32 exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023 in Miami, Florida. You ninjas is gonna learn to stop effing with me." End quote. Well, after Azealia Banks dropped that post, people were not too happy with her remarks. And one person wrote, quote, "You need to heal. All that hate in your heart and you get satisfaction from death, tasteless and crunchy like Bojangles." End quote. And then another person wrote, quote, "Kids just lost a mother and you thinking about an effing joke? That's what you was on the effing show for. That's what comedians do." End quote. And then after that, somebody came through and said, quote, "Yeah, good luck with everything after this, because you crossed a line that you won't recover from." End quote. Listen, I don't know Azealia Banks personally, but I can already tell you there's a problem there. Because 1, why are you referring to yourself in the third person? And then 2, that right there was written by a foul spirit. Because DC Young Fly just lost his partner and the mother of his 3 children. That man is over there trying to hold it together. And you talking about some Wild 'N Out beef because he made a joke and said that you were ugly on TV 5 years ago? Come on. There's a time to beef and there's a time to hold your peace. And as far as I'm concerned, forget what DC Young Fly said about you. You done just made yourself look ugly, because that message was inappropriate, selfish, nasty, evil, uncouth, ill-timed, disrespectful, unsympathetic, and pathetic. Listen, let me know what y'all think about Azealia Banks trying to come for DC Young Fly during his time of bereavement. Let me know what you think in the comments. And really quick, I just want to say rest in peace to Jackie O. And I want to ask everybody to pray for her 3 kids, because those young babies lost their mother way too soon. Now check it out. A while ago we heard reports that Wendy Williams fell off the wagon, and then she fell off the horse, and then she fell into a bottle of booze. Well, it appears that all of that sauce, in addition to her Graves' disease and lymphedema, has landed her back in a wellness facility where she's actively working on getting herself together. With regard to her condition, the other day Wendy's manager, William Selby, said, quote, "Wendy is at a facility doing her best to be her best. She's taking it day by day. She's progressing very well. She looks healthy, she sounds healthy, and I think she's doing amazing." End quote. He also said, quote, "Just understand that she's a human being that's going through a lot. She's dealing with a lot, and support her, please." End quote. Listen, I appreciate her manager sharing the news and asking for support, but if you ask me, Wendy Williams needs a whole different team, because I think whoever's in charge of her guardianship is taking advantage of Wendy, and I really don't think that she's surrounded by people who love her and who have her best interest at heart, which is a sentiment that her son Kevin Hunter echoed the other day. In the interview, Kevin has not only expressed concerns about his mother's declining health, but he also says that her team, which includes her jeweler turned manager, Will Selby, is taking advantage of her financially. Look, I'm not all up in Wendy's biz, I'm not all up in the inner circle, so I can't really tell you what's going on. But I can say this, anytime your jeweler becomes your manager, most likely there's a problem. I mean, like, how does that work? You go in to get a piece of jewelry cleaned, and my man is like, let me be your manager, and you're like, okay. Listen, let me know what you think about Wendy Williams going back into the treatment center. And also, let me know what you think about this dude who was her jeweler, who is now her manager, William Selby. Do you think that he's taking advantage of her? Let me know what you think in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, while we're talking about somebody possibly taking advantage, the other day, rapper Gunplay recorded himself presenting the big boss Rick Ross with an expensive gold and diamond chain. And although he thought it was a flex, his fans weren't too happy or impressed, because just a few months back, Gunplay and his fiancée posted a GoFundMe asking for assistance to help pay for their daughter's medical bills. Listen, I really hope that this dude, like gifting Rick Ross with like a golden diamond chain, was just a stunt for the gram, and that this dude did not go out and pay money to buy that chain, because if he did, this dude is mad grimy, because how you not gonna be able to pay your daughter's medical bills and be online begging for money from people that you don't even know who make far less money than you do, and then you gonna turn around and instead of paying the people back in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna give Rick Ross, who's already a millionaire, a chain? Look, if this dude is actually financially struggling and he really needed to use GoFundMe to help get his daughter's medical bills paid, then I am very glad that the people helped to pay those bills. However, he needs to understand that there's a such thing called optics, and after you borrow money from people, you don't go out and buy somebody else an expensive gift. But with that being said, if this dude never needed the money and he scammed the people on GoFundMe, then this dude is trash. Listen, let me know what you think about Gunplay gifting Rick Ross with a golden diamond chain a few months after he set up the GoFundMe to ask for money to pay for his daughter's medical bills. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, check it out. Remy Ma was born in 1980, and the other day her husband Papoose threw her a star-studded surprise birthday party for her 35th birthday. Now, if you're a mathematician, you're like, wait a minute, if she was born in 1980, then there's no way she could be 35. Well, Remy Ma said she's not counting the years that she was in prison, and she's not counting the years that we were on quarantine for COVID. So, if you deduct those 8 years from 43, she is officially 35. Listen, happy 35th birthday to Remy Ma, and I'm telling you, we should all take like a page out of her book, because I'm deducting 2 years from COVID, I'm deducting 4 years for Trump. I mean, I'm gonna find some other things to deduct, but by the time I'm done, I'm gonna be like 15. Nah, but on the real, if you could choose one age to remain at forever, what age would that be? Let me know in the comments. Now, check it out. Eminem's music and other rap music has sparked a sex discrimination lawsuit in Reno, California. A while back, a company called S&S Active put commercial-grade speakers in their warehouse so that their workers could listen to music throughout the day, and also so that the music could drown out the loud sounds from the machines in the factory. Well, the workers who were in charge of the music enjoyed playing rap music, which included songs by Too Short and Stan by Eminem. Now, 8 women who worked in the warehouse were quite offended by these songs, especially the profanity-laced songs which continuously referred to women as bees, hoes, and other slurs throughout the day. and they claim that the music also served as a catalyst for abusive conduct by male employees who frequently pantomimed sexually graphic gestures, yelled obscenities, made sexually explicit remarks, and openly shared pornographic videos. Well, at a certain point, these women were like, enough is enough, and 7 of the 8 women sued the company and said that having to listen to these misogynistic songs on the job equals sexual discrimination. Well, initially the case went to the U.S. District Court, where Judge Miranda Dew dismissed the case and said that, quote, actions offensive to both sexes cannot be considered sex discrimination, end quote. However, the women appealed Judge Dew's decision, and the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco took up the case, overturned the lower court's ruling, and reinstated the suit. In a 3-0 decision, the Circuit Court said, quote, an employer's status as a purported equal opportunity harasser provides no escape hatch for liability, end quote. Look, I'm the type of person that believes that when you're playing music in public spaces, you need to be mindful of the music that you're playing. I mean, I even turn down my music when I'm driving past a church, just to be respectful. But I understand everybody is not me. But listen, let me know what you think about this case. Do you think that the women having to listen to Too Short and Eminem all day at work equals sexual discrimination? Or do you think these chicks don't have a case? Let me know what you think in the comments. And hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.